Happy Erin Condren Teacher Planner Launch Day. I'm so excited to share this with you. It's one of my favorite things from Erin Condren. I just have this stuff out because I want to see how the accessories kind of work in this larger planner, but let's dive in to the teacher lesson planner. So first of all, I did not get to customize this, but it worked out in my favor because this pattern is so happy and bright and I love it so much. So not disappointed at all there, but there are some different cover choices you can choose from for the teacher planner launch. This product is near and dear to my heart. I'm just now wrapping up 19 years in education, and this was actually my first Erin Condren product that I ever purchased, so I'm always so appreciative when they include me on the teacher planner launch, and I can't wait to share all the details of this with you. And if you have questions as we go along, just drop them in the comment and I will be checking those. If you're watching this, hopefully it is May 19th and it should be teacher planner launch day over on the Erin Condren website. Of course, if you would like to support me, I always have my affiliate links in the description of the video, or you can catch me on Instagram. A lot of you do that. So without further ado, Erin Condren teacher planner in hexagon. You have the about me, name, school year, email, phone, and address, classroom resources, professional development, events and volunteers, and just kind of open boxes that come in really handy. A communication log. These are ones that I really utilized when I was in the classroom. So just as context for you, I taught high school math classes, mostly geometry, and special education resource support classes. And I'm not even going to count, but several years ago, maybe 5 or 6, I moved over to an admin position. So I don't always need the lesson plan pages in here, but I can tell you when I was in the classroom for 13 years, this is the planner I bought every single year. It just worked so well for me. On the year at a glance pages, I always would color code these with planner Kate stickers and just do days off that we had or teacher work days where we didn't have students. I also started adding in sick time so I could keep track of my sick time hours that way. You do get your 12 planning boxes here. In Special Ed World, I kind of thought of things per month. And so I would always just label these with the months of the year, typically starting with August because that's when our school year starts. And then any annual reviews or triennial evaluations or domain meetings that were due, I would put those in the appropriate boxes. Back when I was in the classroom, this bell schedule did not exist in the teacher lesson planner. So I'm very happy that it's here. That would have been very handy. Now for me now, I am in 3 different buildings for our district, running around like a chicken with my head cut off most of the time. And things just are so varied. I tried to set office hours where I would be at the middle school on certain days and so forth, but that just hasn't worked out for me. But for general classroom teachers, I think this is a wonderful addition. This is also another page that was not in the original teacher planner, and that is a spending summary. At least I don't recall it being in there. I would repurpose this for sure. This is kind of joking, not joking. I live in Illinois, so we don't have a lot of spending for classroom purchases, unfortunately. And I would not need 2 pages to map out what I was purchasing for my classroom. Now, for tax purposes, if you're in the classroom, at least here in Illinois, and you're buying things for your classroom with your own money, Sometimes my accountant would want to know that information, so I would keep track of it here. I just don't think I would need 2 full pages. Then you have 2 line notes pages and then your monthly dash that you're going to see repeat throughout the book. This was one of my heavily utilized notes pages in this planner when I was in the classroom, and even now in an admin position, it comes in handy. So it comes right before your monthly calendar, but I would always have this out during staff meetings or grade level team meetings or professional development. And I would take notes on this page, and obviously just like a monthly to-do checklist where we have to do maybe lesson plan submissions or mileage reimbursement, all of that would go here. I also always transferred over those dates from the 12 planning boxes. So this gave me like a broad overview, and I liked checking them off or striking through things that didn't need to happen, and I could see how much farther we had in the school year as far as IEP meetings to go that were left, but this gave me just a visual for the month, which was very helpful. And then you have your traditional Erin Condren monthly with the Sunday start, Saturday end, aligned notes column, and you do have a mini calendar. Now, since this is the hexagon colorway, you're going to see that the tabs are the traditional Erin Condren colors, and you're going to see the hexagon pattern play on the top or right of each monthly page. Then you go into your dated lesson plan pages. These do have a Monday start. This has changed a little bit since I was in the classroom as well, and it's another thing that I love that they've updated over the years. So we have top priorities, meetings, and then just some lined notes section. You have your dates going across the top, and then 6 class schedules going this way. So you could kind of see your day vertically here, starting on Monday, my first period, second period, third period, and so forth. I know some people are like, oh, why do we have Saturday and Sunday on here for teachers that typically work Monday through Friday? I always appreciated the extra room, and so I would just cover these up with stickers and use them for other sorts of mapping, like mapping out the next chapter or unit in our study or parent phone calls that I needed to make. And I also made note of any student discipline. That way, if people had questions, like my administrators, I could go back and find the incident pretty quickly on the weekly pages. So we have all the way through July here for the lesson plan pages, and then you get 2 notes pages, and then your monthly dashboard, and then your next monthly calendar. So that's gonna flow throughout this book. Let me flip back through to the end here. So this book runs July to July. And after those pages, you have a checklist page. And I always really appreciated having my grading in my lesson plan book. I know that's a personal preference. It's just something that worked really well for me to have my grading in here. We did use and still do use an online program for grading so parents can see grades, obviously. But I always liked having a paper copy, and I can tell you technology is wonderful until it doesn't work. And I have had, over those 19 years, little blips in the system where things didn't get saved, and then I had my hard copy to reference, which I really appreciated, and it came in handy. Now, let me just talk a little bit about these pages as far as Special Ed World goes. I know I keep saying that, but that's my primary focus in my job, so my mind kind of tends to go there first. I taught high schoolers, so there are additional dates that you have to keep track of here in Illinois. So when a student turns 17, you have to send out a 1-year notice of their age of majority, and then when they're 18, they've hit that age of majority, and they either need to basically delegate for themselves, or they can choose to delegate their rights to their parent or guardian, and there's paperwork involved for that. So I would always have a list of my student names and then their birth date here in this first column for when they turned 17, when they turned 18, and then if they delegated their rights to anyone. So I could have all of that here as well. I would also put their individual annual date, their transition date, and their reevaluation date. So I could quickly see, like, say Joe Smith here. I could see if I had all of my documentation going for that individual student, which was also very helpful. You get through those checklist pages and you get to the back of your book. So just a little bit of that hexagon print. You do get coiled on stickers, which were always really fun to use in your monthly or weekly planning. And you also get like appointment labels, which came in handy a lot. And your book with a double-sided pocket folder here. And then this does have a sheet protector coiled on. I will look and see, or you might look and see, I guess, if you're ordering. Back in the day, you got one, but you could purchase more, I think up to 3. Now, the other thing is they no longer put the holidays on the calendars. You get individual sticker sheets for that, and I didn't mind that at all. These are really nice. This year it looks like they're just like a neutral white option. But basically you can put in the holidays that apply to you. So like here I could go to July 2026, and if I wanted to put Independence Day in here, I could peel this sticker off, and it does have the date, so you don't have to do any sort of thinking. And so I would peel that off and put the Independence Day sticker here on the 4th of July and so forth. Again, personal preference, but you do get to pick that way which holidays you have on your month view. Okay, guys, today is launch day. So if you're watching this, happy shopping. Like I said, I just get so thrilled to share this because it's a product that I have used yearly for a very long time. Now that I'm in an admin position, I don't rely as heavily on lesson plan pages, obviously, but I think this is a fantastic tool for teachers. It really does streamline your day and kind of keep you organized. And it's one that I would recommend for all teachers. Let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, happy shopping and thank you. If you're a teacher, thank you so much for your dedication to the field. Happy Teacher Appreciation Month. I hope you have a wonderful summer break, and I'll see you back next time.